There we go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday, September 10th, 2022, and you are watching Mild's Culture Plate. I've got a few topics to cover today. I kind of sat here for a while. Uh-oh, I don't have my light on. Bear with me just a moment. There we go. So, I got a few topics that I scraped from the bottom of the barrel of Twitter. Hopefully it'll be an entertaining show. I don't really have a lot to comment on it, but, they're interesting topics that I wasn't expecting to see today, and I'm wondering if y'all expected to see these topics today. Oh, excuse me. A little indigestion, too much Mountain Dew. Got the Baja Blast. Didn't have to go to Taco Bell to get it. I'm loving it. This is my last can. So I partake in the high fructose corn syrup and caffeine, but I needed it today. I was a little hungover. Drank a little scotch last night and had a lovely evening with the family. So, I hope you're having a good weekend. It's been an interesting week, and we are now finally back on schedule with this show, and I'm piping data at a wonderful, wonderful rate. I actually, this morning, changed ISPs. So, hopefully, and at least currently, my ISP problems are now kaput, and we can actually do some decent live streaming. So welcome to Mild's Culture Plate. Our first story of the day that I would like to cover. Let's see here. Window. Let's try this. Okay. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Gibson Bakery versus Oberlin College story. This was a lawsuit that was filed back in 2017. So it's now been 5 years that these people have been waiting for justice. What had happened was their son was working at their bakery on the campus of the school when a number of African American teens came into the store. Their son had accused one of them of stealing a bottle of alcohol. And so he chased and tackled this person and then was attacked by two females. And the young man and the two females were arrested and later pled guilty. But the arrest had created a vibe of racial tension on the campus of Oberlin College, in which several members of the student body had accused the bakery of racial profiling, and flyers were handed out, some by the dean of students, some by basically accused the bakery of having racist policies regarding, a quote long history. The owners of the bakery The young man's parents had filed a defamation suit against the college and $36.5 million. And that was in 2019. The college appealed it and then further appealed it to the state Supreme Court, and it was revealed this week that the Supreme Court would not hear the case, and the bakery has finally decided, or not the bakery, excuse me, Oberlin College has finally decided to make a one-time payment in full to the Gibson family. The bakery has since closed, of course, because, I mean, how can you do business with half of your customer base is protesting you and calling you racist? Forced to close their business, and they were forced to lay off staff before that. 5 years later, nearly five years later, it was November 2017. So a huge win for freedom, a huge win for, when someone calls you names and tries to paint you as a bigot, and the woke activist class of the world tries to attack you. Just remember the Gibsons. Remember the Gibsons. $5 million when it happened to them. So, the initial award was $44 million. And here, according to the Daily Mail, that award was reduced to $25 million and $6 million in legal fees in the Supreme Court decision after a series of appeals. So yes, the college has finally paid $36.5 million, or the college has finally paid $36.5 million. So that's where we're at with that. A huge win for a family that's just trying to get by and run a small business, and being attacked by the cathedral. The cathedral of cry bullies. So we've got that. That was our first story. We'll take just a minute before we move along to our second story to ask you to give a thumbs up to the video below, or the down below on this video page. Give me a like if you enjoy this. It really helps me out. So far, I'm trying to build one. So yeah, give me a comment, interact with this video any way you see fit. It's been a nice weekend, huh? A lot of hateful people. And again, let me put out a disclaimer. I'm not a big fan of rulers and the royal family. But man, spicy, hateful takes. The inbred lizard people. I'm not a supporter, but man, there's a lot of people that are now calling for the deletion of your new king. Kind of crazy. Anyway, So yeah, now I'll go ahead and move on to our second story. Just took a little detour there. Our second story is one that I found pretty interesting. Let me turn down the volume just a little bit so I don't blow out your eardrums. Okay, this to apparently TikTok or Instagram. Looks like TikTok, but yeah, I don't really use either one of those websites, so I can't really tell the difference. There's a video posted to either TikTok or Instagram of our former charged self-defense advocate and defendant in one of the big trials of the last 5 years. Last year. Kyle Rittenhouse is now on social media being cringe. I mean, the cringe is thick with the Kyle Rittenhouse. This is gonna have music. Oh yeah, I need to actually turn the music off, turn the sound off. So, but the sound is part of it. Oh, I don't know if there are words on the screen or not. Hang on, let me preview this video. Oh, see, how am I going to do this without the... I don't want to get a copyright claim. I mean, yeah, I'm not monetized anyway, so I don't know how much that matters. But anyway, the video will be enough. Let's take a quick look at the video. And you can see you have a young lady here. I'm assuming this is the person who has the account on the tag below the Skylar Burgoon one. I'm assuming this is this person's TikTok or Instagram account. And yeah, there's some cringe. Here we go. They're singing to each other. And she's singing. Okay, so like it's a duet. The independent woman part of the duet, and he's singing the let's stay together simpness part. So you go find this. It's all over Twitter right now. It's very cringeworthy. You'll love it, but just look at him. Okay, let's a couple more seconds. More time is a whole way. So yeah, he's got this little tart with a rocking body and singing cringeworthy music, and I just want to say, okay, he's young, and young men are cringy around women. He, we like to think of Kyle Rittenhouse as having grown up and become a man due to an unfortunate tragedy that happened in his life. And there are a lot of ways in which this young man grew up faster than he should have. And, we like to forget that he's 2021 now? Or no, he's still 19, isn't he? So you put this kid who's been all over in the media and whose name has been uttered by half of the United States at least, and you put him in front of a a blonde with perky features, and he just turns right back into a 19-year-old man, doesn't he? Young man. It's so cringy. It's hard to watch because you're just like, no, this kid with perfect aim and weapon discipline has no discipline in this other life-changing situation. It's crazy. I can't explain how interesting the dual paradigm of a life or death situation versus a, give your life over to the feminine will. I have to laugh at it. I definitely hope he's happy. But man, this was a cringy video. This isn't a good look. But I will have to say this is better than some of the things he's done on Fox and on the mainstream media tours he's been on. It's less cringy than that. But man, come on, Kyle. We love you, bro. I just hope you know what you're doing, and definitely don't let this show. Hopefully this was just a cute little video and not an actual situation you're in where she's, woman stuff over you, and you're like, no, let's be together. No, don't do that. Don't do that in real life. You could do it in a cute, cringy video, but please don't let her. Don't let her into your pocketbook. Don't let her have control over what you're doing. Definitely, if she's the type of person that is treating you right, and again, I don't even know that they're actually a couple. They could just be making a crazy TikTok video. Who knows? But if this is his partner, I hope they treat each other right. Let's put it that way. I'm worried about him because of his history. I'm worried about her too. I hope they treat each other right if they are a couple. But definitely, man, cringy to post something like that on social media. And it's posted on her social media, not on his. So that makes up for it a little bit. If he had posted it, I'd look but and he's allowed to be a little cringe. He's allowed to celebrate his youth. It's great. Some of the jokes on Twitter are great. I'm not going to repost because I don't want to use the term dox, but I don't want to plaster people's usernames and stuff all over this conversation here. My hair is just sticking up everywhere, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Oh well, I have long hair, but even without the headphones, it can get worse. So you're stuck with me looking like a frazzled old man, because that's what I am. I'm a frazzled old man. I'm a frazzled old man that's excited about getting fiber internet this morning. So, leave me a comment down below and let me know what the cringiest video you've seen this week is, because that's the cringiest video I've seen. There have been a lot of cringy videos in the last couple of weeks, and I want to give a shout out to hypocrite on both Twitter and Odyssey, Facebook. Well, I don't know if he's on Facebook. Odyssey, YouTube. Hypocrite, especially on Odyssey, is where he posts most of his videos uncensored because YouTube has yeeted him several times. He's back on YouTube, but some of his videos he has to tame down quite a bit, but he likes to post a lot of the cringiest viral videos of the week in a compilation that he calls "You Can't Stop Progress." Pretty interesting stuff. Uh, some things are a little too spicy for my taste, but I support I support his effort. I support what he does, and if you get bored and you want to waste a couple hours looking at the cringiest and saddest stuff, just go to Odyssey and type "You Can't Stop Progress" or type "I, comma, hypocrite" and bring that up. I was just watching some of his videos a little bit before the stream today, and it's definitely a compilation of cringe that he does on a weekly basis. There's another cat that does something similar. I'll try to think is Garbage Human, but that person gets banned on every banned from Twitter like 50 times. And so it's harder to follow Garbage Human, but they also do a similar show where they compile cringy videos every week into one big long show. And usually it's like the same videos in both of their channels. I don't know if they work together, if they know each other, but it's interesting to see what they do with and see them compiled. And I happen to see a lot of it in my Twitter feed, but seeing it all at once it's like, oh yeah, I did see that. Wow, that's crazy. Oh man, that happened this week. So yeah, go look up Garbage Human and I Hypocrite on various social media and video platforms. Shout out to both of them. So our third and final story that I would like to cover. Where did it go? Okay, well I guess I'll just bring it up on my own Twitter here because I tweeted the latest in Blue Anon. If you're familiar with what Blue Anon is. Blue Anon is the left-wing equivalent to QAnon. QAnon would take real-life events, spin them in such a way where no matter what's happening, it's all part of Trump's plan, and Trump's going to come out ahead no matter what happens, and blah, blah, blah. Well, Blue Anon is the exact opposite. It's every single thing that happens, every minor thing that happens is more proof that Trump is a criminal and Trump's going to get arrested and Trump is running a conspiracy to overthrow the government and blah, blah, blah. And everything Trump does is part of some heinous plot, right? So the newest Blue Anon conspiracy is that the Trump Golf Club. Damn it, I forgot the name of it now. Trending. Let's see trending. Nope. Sorry. Bedminster. The Trump Golf Club Bedminster. I wanted to be clear about that. The Trump Golf Club Bedminster. So back in May, Donald Trump had hosted a golf tournament that was funded partially by some rich Saudis. And you may remember around the same time his ex-wife, Ivanka, had passed away. And so the conspiracy is they cremated Ivana, but yet they still put her ashes in a person-sized casket. And then they flew the casket to the golf club at Bedminster and buried it. So now let me bring up my tweet here. Zoom it in real quick before I punch it over. Okay. So you see this image was taken as they were boarding the plane to Bedminster at the time. And you can see various staff members here carrying boxes of documents to the aircraft. So now, okay, we have this. Okay, well, hang on. Let me... This image that has went viral, as you can see, making the case that you could fit a lot of documents in a mostly empty casket, and, you know, therefore we should exhume Ivana and see if there are cases of documents inside of her casket at the golf club. You know, so the quote missing classified documents are buried underground at the golf club. Let that sink in. Instead of burying his ex-wife, he buried top secret documents so that he could later dig them back up and sell them to a foreign government. Why even do that when you could simply go overseas with the documents and sell them now? It makes no sense to me. But, you know, that's the point of Blue Anon, is it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be showing something, Trump doing something. That's where we are in this country, is no matter what, it's Trump's wrong, Trump, orange man bad. You know, here we are. Let's look at the stream health. Oh, look at that. The stream has been going good and strong the whole time. Wonderful, wonderful. Gotta love it. I'm a happy man. It's going to cost even less money, but we'll see how things go. You know, it's still expensive, but what I was paying for before was pretty expensive, and we weren't getting what we were paying for. But leave me a comment below. Do you think Trump buried top secret documents instead of his ex-wife? Do you think Trump, even if he didn't bury them in the casket, do you think the boxes you saw going into the plane to Bedminster back in May, do you think those boxes were potentially the top secret documents that the FBI was looking for when they raided his home? And okay, so then there's a second part to the story. Steve Bannon yesterday had made a claim during a press conference that 35 of Trump's close allies were also recently raided by the FBI within 24 hours of each other. I mean, it's getting deep, folks. We'll see. We'll see how these things play out. You know, do you think those documents were on that plane? Leave me a comment below. Leave me a chat. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know what you think. Is hiding the documents. They said some of the folders were empty. Folders can be empty. Who knows? We'll see. So anyway, that's my show for today. It's only going to be a little 30-minute I don't have anything to review yet. We'll see what I have to review next. I've got a few comics to read. I'm still gonna progress through the Batman Earth One stuff. I've got the Batman Adventures Continue. That's supposed to be based on the animated series, but yet not. Alan Burnett and Paul Dini. So Dini is one of the writers that made Batman the Animated Series famous. So we'll see if that continued. I know a lot of people had great reviews of this series when it was a digital only. Now that it's out in trade paperback in 2 volumes are now released. I also have the second. But they have several storylines from the main Batman continuity that they reimagined for the animated series universe, and we'll see how that goes. So I may review those before the Earth One stuff. I may do it the other way around. I haven't decided yet. I also still have a giant stack of comics that I had before I bought either of these series. So, if you have a recommendation, feel free to leave it in the comments, or let me know on Twitter. My Twitter handle's down in the description of this video. So I'm always willing to get your feedback. I'm always, I'm willing to whore myself out a little bit on this stream. I'm nobody's bitch, but I'm always willing to listen to feedback and take things under advisement. If there's something you would like to see on Mild's Culture Plate, just let me know. Give me a little feedback. So yeah, you could do that in the chat of our next stream. You could do that in the comments below. You could do that on the Twitter handle below. Again, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see the next live stream, it should be Tuesday evening. Barring some weird unforeseen event, and even in the event of an unforeseen event, I will let you know on Twitter if I'm not going to be streaming that evening. So come back Tuesday evening. I'll be streaming then. If you have trouble remembering to come back Tuesday evening, you can click the subscribe button and I will appear on your subscription feed, hopefully, if the YouTube algorithm doesn't boot me off for some reason. And then if you have a smart device with a YouTube app on it, if you click that bell, the little bell below, that's a notification bell. And what it'll do is if that user initiates a live stream, there's a chance that your smart device will send you a little notification saying, hey, this person's started a stream. You have a chance to join it. And so you can come in, you can get in the chat, you can argue with each other, you can argue with me, you can tell me I'm a loser, whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's subscribe, click the bell for notifications, comment below, see me on Twitter, join the live chat next time, and then the important one. If you know somebody who likes grassroots conservative libertarian style takes, hot, spicy rants, someone who drinks bourbon and speaks his mind, and reviews Batman comics and cheesy movies, cheesy, manly, masculine movies. If you know somebody who would like a show like that, please share my channel with them. Because those are the kind of people we need in this chat. Those are the kind of people we need watching this show twice a week to make it more successful and to keep going. And sharing the link to this channel off platform will definitely help in the YouTube algorithm in promoting this channel to other like-minded people. So, if you do those 6 things for me, then you and I together we can grow this channel, and we can chat with each other, and we can have a friendly environment and drink some bourbon together and have a good old time. So until Tuesday, y'all have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves, and don't get any on you. Peace.